Mother Teresa, one of the things I've done some reading on her, she's a hero of mine. She would never say to herself or to anybody she's a social justice crusader. She'd say she was a contemplative. That was her mission statement, a contemplative to love Jesus.
Yeah.
What does that kind of prayer, contemplative prayer, do? How does that energize us?
You know, I get so upset on this whole thing because evangelicals like myself tend to be so activistic that we don't really spend much time in prayer. We'll spend time Bible studying, but we don't ever use the Bible for praying. St. Ignatius, for instance, has this thing called Lectio Divina. And I do this. It's one thing to read the Bible in a Bible study manner. What did Paul mean when he said this? What does this Greek word mean? There's a place for that. But there's also a place for reading a few verses of Scripture, particularly the red letters of Jesus. I really concentrate on them. Read what Jesus said, a parable. Close the Bible. Close my eyes and say, Lord, for the next 15 minutes, it's your turn. You tell me what these verses mean. Speak to me through these passages of Scripture. Tell me what this Bible is telling me. You know what's great about that? I can go back and read the same verses a month later, and the Spirit will speak through those same verses and give me a new message that is absolutely perfect for the situations that I'm facing on that day.
Does God speak to you?
Always through Scripture.
Always through Scripture.
I have not heard a voice from heaven yet. Now, I know that Paul did.
Do you have any dreams, visions, those kind of things?
I don't know that I rely on them too much. I've had them, but I really depend on Scripture. I'm with Martin Luther. Scriptura sola, he said. The Scripture is the instrument. Do we let God speak to us through Scripture? Or do we just study the book as though we're biblical scholars? There's a place for scholarship. There's another place where you let the Bible be sacramental. I open the Bible, read some of the words of Jesus, read a psalm. The Benedictine monks are big at that. Reading a psalm and saying, God, what do you want to say to me through this psalm? And just be still and let the Holy, it's amazing. God will speak to me. He will bring concepts, beliefs, convictions to my mind from the verses I just read. I will come out with insights that no scholarly examination of Scripture would have ever provided.